Hi, my name is Zach Savella. I also go by Hanuman Zachary in the holistic healing world, and you'll see me by that name on Facebook as well. And I just wanted to make this video to give you a little introduction to the work that I do and a little bit about me. Um, Basically, I have these healing gifts. I call it like a healing love or a light comes through me to the person, the client that I'm working with. And I also receive guidance for where to place my hands when I'm working with a person. And I also have the intuitive abilities to see in spirit, hear and feel or sense in spirit. And so those are my natural gifts that I bring with me into each healing session. And then some of my background professionally is I've got about 8 years worth of college courses in a variety of different things, focusing primarily on addiction, psychology, philosophy, and religion. And in terms of jobs that I've had, I've worked at different treatment centers. I worked as a substance abuse counselor for a brief period of time with males at an inpatient treatment center. I worked with adolescents in a treatment center, crisis center, various positions within human services. But what I always felt was lacking in those, and why I do the work that I do is because what really is important to me is the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. And traditionally in human services, we can't go too much into spirit, and that's where I especially feel like I come alive, and that's how I understand things. So I take a look at the body, mind, and spirit connections, as well as healing in appointments. So in terms of my personal background, well, I have 4 kids right now, going on 5. Yeah, I know I'm a little bit crazy parenting so many children, but that has propelled me forward so much in my healing, as well as maturity and learning about children and basically how we are all children. And that kind of brings me into the core of the healing work that I do, is essentially with each child that is within every client that I work with. So the idea is that we have our emotional heart center, which is basically our emotional core is in our heart, and that vulnerability, that place, that really vulnerable place in our heart goes back to our childhood and the patterns and different things that took place when we were little, what kind of childhood we had, and basically connecting on an adult level and uniting with the voice and the heart and the aliveness of our own inner child. And so I seek to unite our conscious adult self with our emotional heart center, which is to say little you, or our inner child. And I do that within the context of, as you'll take a look, I offer a variety of sessions. So I do it within the context of all these amazing helpers that we have with us on our journey. You can choose from working with Hanuman or Jesus or angels, other various ascended masters come through, as well as full crystal healing sessions. And I also have some musical bliss healing, because I love using music as well as my gifts to help people to find healing. And so you'll see in my description, I wrote a little bit about what you can expect from appointments. So anyways, if I were to add anything else, one last piece is that it was through my own healing journey over the past decade that I came into all of this work. And so the love and the heart and the compassion that I extend to each client during each session has started with extending that towards me in my healing, and that gentleness towards me in embrace. And I really seek to bring the experience and the feeling of being embraced in love to each session and to each client. And so that's a little bit about me, some about the work that I do. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me through Facebook, or you can send me an email that's listed on the site as well. So I think that's all for now. I will see you later. Thanks.